Imagine turning up for work one day and within a matter of minutes having the fate of the world at your fingertips. That's the exact situation Soviet Lieutenant Colonel Stanislav Petrov found himself in when warning systems detected multiple American missiles were heading straight towards the Soviet Union. Keep watching to find out his story. The Cold War was a period of geopolitical tension from 1947 to 1991 between the capitalist United States of America and the Communist Soviet Union. The term Cold War is used as despite supporting conflicts abroad in proxy wars, there was no large-scale fighting directly between the two superpowers. However, things could have been very different, as nuclear war was all but certain if it wasn't for the quick thinking from Russian-born Stanislav Petrov. To help discourage Soviet communist expansion, the United States built more atomic weaponry, but in 1949 the Soviets tested their own atomic bomb, and the nuclear arms race was on. The United States responded in 1952 by testing the highly destructive hydrogen bomb, which was 2,500 times more powerful than the atomic bomb, with the Soviets making their own in 1953. 4 years later, both countries tested their first intercontinental ballistic missiles, and the arms race rose to a terrifying new level. However, both sides and the American public had fearfully braced for nuclear war and began to question the need for weapons that guaranteed mutually assured destruction, as such massive nuclear weapons meant that a future world war could end all life on Earth. It was the 26th of September 1983 in the early hours of the morning. The Soviet Union's early warning systems detected an incoming missile strike from the United States. Computer readouts suggested several missiles had been launched. Stanislav Petrov was the reporting officer at the time. It was his duty to report incoming American strikes to his superiors. But Petrov made the decision not to immediately report this. He somehow concluded that it may have been a system glitch. And boy was he right. The system mistook a reflection of the sun off the clouds for a missile. If he had reported the strike to his superiors, they would have called for an all-out nuclear strike back on the US. There would have been no time to double-check the warning systems, and this would have led to all-out nuclear war without a doubt. Petrov would later admit that his decision was a complete 50-50 guess, as he had no idea if the alert was truly false. A few days later, Petrov received an official reprimand for what happened that night. Not for what he did, but for mistakes in the logbook. After the fall of the Soviet Union, Petrov was praised for his bold actions through numerous international awards. In 1991, the Soviet Union would collapse, ending the Cold War after decades of tension. However, 4 years prior in 1987, the United States and the Soviet Union signed the INF, or Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty, to limit the scope and reach on all types of missiles. Although the United States withdrew from the INF Treaty in 2019, believing that Russia was non-compliant. Though the Cold War between the United States and Russia was over, many would argue that the arms race was not.